Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. So this video is about stitching in my signatures to my tab spine. So what I've done so far is I've gone ahead and marked out where I think my signatures will sit. So I drew some lines with my erasable pen, and I decided 1/4 of an inch from the top and bottom of the tab to draw a line. This is like setting your boundaries for your stitching. So another one there, there and there. I then worked out my 3 signatures and evenly spaced, sort of halfway and halfway again, the next line. After thinking about it a bit, I've decided that 3 signatures will probably be too much. It'll be too tight. And I had an idea that I would do a flip out on here because I can't decide what fabric to put on this. I think it's because it's become such a pastel-y blue, soft embroidery theme through the whole thing. So I decided to go back and see these dots. They're going to be the 2 signatures. That will leave heaps of space here and here, either side, for a stitchery to potentially flip out and flip back in. So it'd be like I glue some fabric down here and then that opens up. I might even put a tie here so that it unties, so when the book opens this just doesn't flap around. So that's where I'm sort of thinking with this particular journal. It was going to be 3 signatures. The other reason the 3 signature thing was starting to bug me and thinking it was not good is one of these tabs, the middle one, has a button. So the 3rd signature would have to navigate past this button, and it's possible I could slip the needle in underneath as I did my pamphlet stitch, but it's just would be awkward. So that's what finally made me realize that it's going to be 2 signatures, and then I'll be able to put more stitchery on this front and back cover. Okay, I do apologize for my voice. I'm getting over the last of COVID. Everything is moving along nicely, so feeling heaps better, and I feel like my brain is back. So I thought I'd turn on the camera and we'd get these signatures stitched in, because the end of June is coming up fast and we're all starting to think about different ways to attach our stitcheries to our books. Once I had these lines in place, I then went back to my signature, lined it all up, top and bottom to the page, plus to itself, and then marked on there a little dot to signify where the needle needed to come up and down through on my signature. And you see those little dots? I then went and got my book awl and just pushed a hole through my fabric so that I can easily now see where I need to go. Okay, really simple. And the same principle would apply if your spine was one big piece, except you'd probably only have 3 holes, 1, 2, 3. Or you can do up to 5. You can do even more depending on how you want to do it. Like Sarah's book has heaps and heaps of holes. So I've got myself some thread. This is actually a wax linen thread that's really fine, and I bought it when I first started junk journaling, and it's too fine for paper, and it just cut the paper. It was sort of just the wrong thing. It's not thick enough. So I've had it kicking around for a little while, and I think it'll be fine for this project. Plus it's the right colour that it will look okay when it comes through on the other side with my tabs having, you know, cream lace on them. So I'm just now threading the needle through the center hole on the top one, and that's come through, and pulling it through. Now this is the tricky bit. You've got to find where the hole is from the other side. You could mark them, but you don't need to. I've just got my eyes on the hole and finding the needle coming through from the other side, and then I've got a hole here waiting for me at the top. Okay, then I'm going to jump down to the bottom one, go through it, down through there, pull that, and then I'm going to find where I went through there before, and being careful not to split my thread, come back up and then back through the center here. I should really have a blunt needle, that way I ensures a better chance that I won't split my thread. Like I've split the thread there. Can you see that? That's what they mean. It's when your needle comes back up through your thread. But luckily it's the one crossing through to the bottom hole. So I've spotted it and I can pull that off. Then it's a case of you've got your final thread back through. I'm now going to make sure that the thread sits either side of the one going down to the bottom hole. So let me just, oh, my voice still sounds terrible. Now I don't want to waste all of this cotton, so I'm just going to manipulate my thread a little bit. Now if I decide at a later date that I want more signatures or I want to change the way that they're positioned, it's just thread. It can be easily snipped and undone. And like my very first journal, I think I put those signatures in that about 3 times because I had visions of getting 6 signatures in. But my embroidery is so textured and thick, it just wasn't going to fit. So that's it. Really simple. Let me get some scissors and snip that off. And that's one tab stitched in. I'll now do the next one. I'm just thinking about the Christmas one, and I'm not sure how I'll do my journal, or if, look, let's assume that that's what we're doing is a journal. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sort of thinking about what else can I do with these stitcheries so that maybe they can become part of my Christmas decorations. So whether that's maybe a wall hanging or a table runner. Yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm going to do, so it's a bit of fun having a bit of a think about all that. Might still do the journal. Maybe the girls have thought up something that will be a good use for them all. Who knows? We'll find out very soon, I'm sure. Very much looking forward to the Christmas. I've still got plenty of pages to go in this volume 2. So in amongst my Christmas videos will still be these ones. So it'll be a lot of fun to have the projects going. So I'm now just coming back up through that center hole, finding my way back through the signature center hole, and here we come. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure that this one that had the needle on it goes underneath so that both of them are ready to tie off. But first let's use a little bit of this thread up. No use wasting it. If you don't have some linen, waxed linen thread, you can use crocheting cotton. You can use stranded cotton. So it's not like you have to have this. I think the waxed portion or the wax concept is just to help it grip to itself when you're not, so that, and it grips sort of to the pages as well, so that it's nice and secure in a signature when stitching in pages. So it's not 100% necessary for this type of work. Okay, once again, and for the last time, straight through the middle hole, find the dot on the tab, and perfect. Come out on the side of the button, so that's great. Now I've just got to find the hole that I need in the top. Nice and simple, that's it. back through here. Oops, I've hooked my butterfly. There we go. And then back down through the center. The bottom hole. And through we come. And then find where that went through. And there it is, my needle. And the last hole back through, ready to come up. And I haven't caught anything. Okay. Once again, we've got our threads either side of the stitches. So I can get rid of my needle. And we don't want to waste any of this thread, so I'm just going to jiggle it a little until we're right. So that's it. That's the next one. Just make sure it's a little firm. Can't be too tight because it'll pucker it all, but firm is good. And then a couple little knots. And like I said, easily undone if you need to make some adjustments in any way. Okay, so there's my little threads holding my signatures in. I'll now get my iron and just apply a little heat, and that will all disappear. I'll probably put a little bit of lace in there, actually, now that I see another opportunity. Let's pretend that this is the lace. It's not, but I'll find something. I'm going to stitch some lace in on those tabs just to decorate it a little bit. So that will happen. And like I said with the front one, I think what I'll do is I'll get a piece of calico like so. This is the second signature piece, and I will glue that down there like that. And then I'll find a decorative piece of fabric, or better still, I'll probably just do a stitchery. That stitchery, let's pretend that this is it. That stitchery will then attach over the top of it. And I've got myself now a hinged piece of fabric that can be also used to attach two stitcheries to. So let's assume that that one becomes something, and something random. Where's another piece of embroidery here? And that one becomes something. So you can see how you can, you know, add some additional stitcheries to your project. So I think that will work a treat. So I've got my first signature in. I won't stitch the next one in, but my holes are ready to go, my dots. This one will become that stitchery, that's that signature, but I'm using it to sort of show you how I'm going to have a flip out on the cover of more stitcheries. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3. So it'll be 3 needed for the front cover and 3 needed for the back cover. And then this will be the signature that'll go in here. And I've still got, that'll go there. My phone is beeping. It's everyone making sure that I'm still kicking after my COVID week. So what did I say? 3 at the front, 3 at the back, 4, 5, 6. So that's great. So I've got another 6 pieces that I can add to this journal. So really, really pleased about that. And they'll continue for the rest of the year. I'll just keep popping up with this volume 2 with some more pieces going into it. Okay, everyone, that is how I stitch my signatures into a tab spine. I'll just turn it over. And as you can see, there they are sitting there. Nice. Can't see that stitching due to the colours. So yeah, really good. All right, I hope that helped everyone. I'm sure that by now everyone else is doing all sorts of different ways of attaching their signatures. I may even try the accordion style that Rachel did in hers. I haven't done that one before, so I'm thinking about maybe that would be my Christmas one, unless I can come up with something that I can use the pieces for that can become part of my Christmas decorations around the house at Christmas. So yeah, I'll have to think about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, everyone, this is a short little video, so I will leave you all in peace. Enjoy your day and keep stitching. Bye.